Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today's episode is all about the wonderful humble oat. We're going to make two amazing recipes. I'm going to make one blueberry and lemon pumpkin seed flapjack from our new book. So this recipe I have been doing for donkey's years. Everybody seemed to love it, so it had to go in the book. And it's actually in 4 ways chapter, so 4 different ways with flapjack. Today's way is blueberry, pumpkin seed and lemon. Then I'm going to show you a wonderful quick little recipe for apple, maple and oat muffins. Really quick, really simple and delicious. So let's kick this off. It starts with 250 grams of butter, which is a block. Try to make these recipes sort of quite accessible and easy. And then we've got 125 grams of brown sugar and white, so 125 of each. So you get a caramelly flavour, but not too heavy on it, okay? Then we're on to this lovely stuff. I love golden syrup. I used to have it on pancakes as a kid. So 6 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons, 6 tablespoons. There we go. Oh, that takes me right back.
Did you say you used to have golden syrup sandwiches or something?
Golden syrup on toast.
Toast, that was it.
Remember that. Yeah, I did. Surprised I'm not diabetic, really, is it? Anyway, so golden syrup, sugar and butter, just let it all melt in a pan. We're actually going to bake our flapjack in our 4-litre shallow pan for Masterclass because it's the perfect size. The recipe's the perfect size for it as well. And you can bake in them just as easily as you can cook in them. So, to sort of lighten it all up and get some fragrance, we're going to add some lemon zest. The great thing about this recipe is 5 minutes, it's in the oven, all right? And you can add whatever fruit you want to it. I just love blueberry, lemon and pumpkin seed together. Every time I go and do corporate events, at breakfast times, we always have this on offer because it feels like it's good for you as well as tasty. There's a bit of goodness in there as well as a bit of badness. Okay, and then we're gonna add the lemon in there. So squeeze it through your hand, and then you'll catch all the pips, yeah? So give it a good squeeze. Don't put any more than 1 lemon in, because you don't want to start messing around with the ratios to get it all to stick the oats together, okay?
What's your other favourite? Because I know this is your favourite flapjack. What's your other favourite?
Flapjack?
Yeah.
I do like the Millionaire's flapjack in the book. Because it's kind of like layer of flapjack, layer of caramel, layer of chocolate. I mean, what's not to love? That one was a good one. But yeah, I think it's really good, a flapjack, just to be able to add loads to it. And it's quite good for getting the kids to eat like seeds and nuts and things like that, because they don't naturally want to eat them. Right, pumpkin seeds, in they go. Super good for you. And then we've got our 2 oats. I've actually got large porridge oats here. I happen to have a mix of oats. You do not need to do that. Just buy porridge oats from the supermarket and off you go. I happen to have some very large ones here, so I'm going half and half because these are milled a little bit. And I think if I only put giant oats in, it wouldn't necessarily bind together like you want it to. So half and half, in they go.
Like the milled something, almost like that floury texture.
Yeah, I think the giant oats are better for you. They're better, a lot slower release apparently, but I have made it before with just giant oats and it doesn't stick like you want it to. Yeah. So turn the heat off now because everything's melted, and then we're just gonna mix this together and make sure that you get everything coated. It's really important. Now, if If you want any of the recipes from today's show or any of our previous recipes or recipes going forward, make sure you sign up for our newsletter and we'll send them straight to your inbox every week, okay? But if you've already got one of these, you've got the recipe, all right? And if you haven't got one of these, you can get those on our website too. Okay, so I can see we are almost coated. There we go. Now I'm going to add my blueberries. I'm going frozen today. My top tip would be add them frozen. Don't thaw them out, otherwise they bleed and everything turns purple. All right? So add your frozen blueberries in. They're a lot cheaper frozen ones as well. And then stir them in, okay? And the reason why I like to use like the fresh or frozen blueberries is when you bite into it, you get that kind of fresh fruity flavour as well. Which just kind of cuts through the syrup and the sugar and the butter and just makes it feel a little bit more good for you, okay? So this, you could put this straight into a 20 centimetre square brownie tray if you want, and it will cook perfectly. I'm going to bake it in this today. It's non-stick. I can just flatten it out. I haven't made too much washing up, which is always good. And there we go. I'm just going to clean the edges. And then that is going into the oven. Preheated, 170 degrees. Now let me just double check how long we bake it for. I think it's 25 minutes. It's been a while since we wrote this and tested this out, isn't it? 20 minutes, okay? 170 degrees, bake it. Now my top tip for you would be bake it, leave it to cool. I like to put mine in the fridge. And then I slice it up into pieces then. I think it's really nice, it's really firm. The worst thing you can do is bake a flapjack and then try and cut it when it's warm. It just won't work. You're gonna have to be patient on this one, but it is worth the wait. Now, while this bakes, check out how we make our lovely apple, maple and oat muffins.
Sift some flour and spice into a mixing bowl, put it to one side. Now add your oil, yogurt and eggs, as well as your maple syrup. Whisk it all together and grate your apples in. Now add the wet ingredients to the dry and mix it. Don't worry about a few lumps, that's fine. Scoop them into muffin tins and top them with oats and an extra little drizzle of maple syrup. Bake them in the oven and you're good to go.
There you go, that's how you make my simple muffins, flavoured with maple syrup, apple and topped with oats. Absolutely delicious. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter, which will give you all the recipes sent straight to your inbox. And I'll see you in the kitchen next week.